What is ethical hacking and the importance? Ethical hacking involves authorized and legal attempts to gain unauthorized access to computer systems, applications, or data. The goal is not to cause harm, but to identify weaknesses and help organizations strengthen their defenses. Ethical hackers use the same tools and techniques as cyber criminals, but they do so with permission and with the intent to protect rather than exploit. They identify vulnerabilities before attackers. Ethical hackers simulate real-world cyber attacks to discover security flaws before malicious hackers can exploit them and help organizations to take preventive measures to fix or mitigate cyber risk. Next, enhancing system security regular. Ethical hacking assessments help improve the security posture of an organization. They uncover hidden flaws in software, networks, and policies, contributing to the development of stronger, more secure systems. Thirdly, building trust and compliance. Many industries are governed by strict regulatory standards such as PDPA, Computer Crime Act 1997, and many more that require regular security assessments. This builds trust with customers by demonstrating a commitment to data protection. Fourthly, training and preparedness. Ethical hacking can also be a training tool. It allows cybersecurity teams to understand how real attacks unfold and to test their response strategies, thereby improving incident response and reducing recovery time after an attack. Finally, cost savings. Preventing a cyber attack is often far less expensive than dealing with its consequences. Ethical hacking can save organizations millions by avoiding data breaches, system downtime, legal issues, and reputational damage. What is cyber law? Is to protect integrity and security of information, legal status of online transactions, privacy and confidentiality of information, security of government data, and intellectual property rights. What are cybersecurity policies? Policies that guide us how data is accessed, stored, and shared, defining roles and responsibilities for IT and security staff, ensure compliance with laws, cover employee behavior such as password usage, software updates, access control. There are few acts such as Computer Crime Act 1997, Personal Data Protection 2010, and Computer Misuse Act. In 2020, the Malaysian Ministry of Health, MOH, faced a significant cybersecurity incident where personal data of nearly 1.5 million people was exposed on a public forum. This data included information from the ministry's COVID-19 contact tracing systems such as citizens' names, phone numbers, and IC numbers, personal identification numbers. The Ministry of Health, MOH, was required to comply with the PDPA 2010 in managing sensitive data, ensuring its confidentiality, and implementing reasonable security safeguards. The breach was a violation of PDPA since personal data was exposed without consent and without the proper security measures in place. Moreover, the hackers who accessed and exposed the data violated the Computer Crimes Act 1997, which criminalizes unauthorized access to computer systems and data manipulation. Penalties for this could range from imprisonment to fines under the CCA. Here are few best practices of cybersecurity for individuals and organizations. Firstly, use strong, unique passwords which must have the combination of uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using the same password across multiple accounts. Use a reputable password manager. Secondly, enable multi-factor authentication, MFA. This will add an extra layer of security beyond just passwords. The user may use authenticator apps such as Google Authenticator, Authy rather than SMS when possible. Thirdly, keep software and devices updated. User must enable automatic updates where possible for operating systems, browsers, antivirus software, and apps regularly. Lastly, be cautious with emails and links. Individuals should not click on suspicious links or attachments. User must verify the sender's email address to prevent from phishing tactics. This may be in terms of urgency, poor grammar, strange requests. Firstly, implement a cybersecurity policy. Company must define roles, responsibilities, and acceptable use into the system. This should include incident response procedures and reporting mechanisms. Secondly, employee training and awareness. Company must conduct regular training on phishing, data protection, and device security. They must simulate real-time phishing tests to gauge awareness. Thirdly, use endpoint protection. Company must deploy antivirus, firewalls, and device management tools and monitor for unusual behavior across all endpoints. Lastly, secure your network. Companies should use intrusion detection or prevention systems, IDS, IPS. This segment networks and isolates sensitive data from passing through their system and prevent from cyber attacks. Finally, understanding ethical cyber practices that balance security and privacy. Firstly, data minimization. Systems should collect only what's necessary. Limiting the scope of data collected reduces exposure risk and respects user privacy. Use anonymization wherever possible. Secondly, transparent data policies. Be clear about what data is collected, how it's used, and with whom it's shared. Provide privacy notices in simple, understandable language to user. Thirdly, user consent and control. Obtain informed, explicit consent before collecting personal data and let users manage their privacy settings and access or delete their data. Fourthly, privacy by design and default. Integrate privacy features into systems and software from the ground up. The default settings should favor privacy, not exposure. Lastly, secure processing of data. Encrypt personal data in storage and transmission. System must use access controls to limit who can view or modify sensitive information.
No, not today. My POS system, my online orders, everything is frozen. Yes.
I see. Just now you got your message. It's about ransomware, no?
Yeah, correct. They are asking for Bitcoin. My sales data, loyalty app, supply invoice, all locked.
If you don't mind, can I have a look, please?
Yeah, sure.
Even a cozy cafe can become the next cyber target. Digital system brings speed, but also risk. Ethical hackers are trained to think like attackers, but work for the good guys.
Yeah, it came from a fake email that looked like a food delivery platform. One click and boom.
I thought it was real. They already had my name online.
That's fair phishing. They research their target first, and then cafe like yours, full of digital gold customer data, daily transaction and payment info.
Cybersecurity law protects both business and professionals. Understanding it empowers responsible action.
Wait, how is what you do even legal? You just spoke through my whole system.
With your permission, Malaysia's Computer Crime Act 1997 allows ethical hackers to test and protect systems with consent. No shady business here.
So what? You simulate attacks to find weak spots.
Exactly, just like a food inspector checks the kitchen, I check your digital hygiene.
From cafes to corporations, cybersecurity best practices are a digital lifeline.
You need daily backups on the cloud and offline, okay? Also, two-factor authentication for your order system and admin dashboard.
This is a lot more than just the password 123, huh?
That password should be legal.
Fair.
Real cybersecurity protects data without invading it.
You can see everything. Receipts, customer details, supply deals. How do I even know you won't misuse it?
Have a seat first. I can show you. Because I follow a code. Transparency, integrity and consent. Okay? I don't store your data. I secure it. And you can log every change I make.
So, you balance the protection without crossing the line.
Exactly. Security without sacrificing privacy. That's what ethical cyber practice is all about.
Do you think I need a hacker for my business running?
It's not just coffee, it's your customers, your name, your future. Cybersecurity is the part of the menu now.
I see. Thanks, Ajit. Lesson learned. Every business is digital now, and every digital space needs a protection. Cybersecurity isn't optional, but it's an essential.